There comes a moment in life when you realize your mind has been running faster than your feet ever have. A moment when even silence becomes loud, not because of noise around you, but because of the noise inside you. I remember going through a phase where my mind simply refused to rest. Every pause became a replay, every memory turned into a debate, and even the smallest word from someone would grow into a long conversation inside my head. It wasn't that life was difficult. It was that my thoughts were constantly racing, constantly analyzing, constantly preparing for situations that would never even happen. One day I woke up and understood something very clearly. I wasn't exhausted by life. I was exhausted by thinking about life. That's when I decided to quietly retire from the thoughts that drained me. Not from thinking altogether, but from the endless inner conversations that took away my peace instead of giving it back. You reach an age where you realize you cannot keep wrestling with your own mind. You deserve rest. You deserve softness. You deserve peace. On Golden Years Wisdom, we often talk about caring for your body, cherishing your memories, and finding meaning in this beautiful season of life. But today, I want to talk about something many seniors quietly struggle with: the mind that never stops. The mind that replays old mistakes, old conversations, old hurts. The mind that thinks too much, feels too deeply, and holds on too long. You don't need to fight that mind. You simply need to learn how to gently release its grip on you. There was a time when I clung tightly to emotional habits that kept weighing me down. The need to explain myself, the desperation to be understood, the constant urge to react to everything. Those things filled my mind with storms. I believed that every feeling needed a response. Every thought had meaning. Every emotion required a conclusion. But the more attention I gave those thoughts, the less room I had for peace. I kept trying to win battles that didn't exist outside of my own mind. Eventually, I outgrew that version of myself. Not overnight, but gradually. Thought by thought. Breath by breath. The first thing I realized was this: when I stopped feeding the thoughts that drained me, I didn't lose anything important. What I gained was priceless. I gained space, I gained quiet, and most importantly, I gained myself again. Here is the truth many people never hear. Peace does not come from controlling your thoughts. Peace comes from recognizing that not every thought deserves your attention. Some thoughts are just passing clouds. Some are old stories your heart has already healed from. Some are echoes from a past that no longer exists. You don't have to fight your thoughts. You just have to stop believing they all matter. My journey toward inner calm began with something simple: awareness. You cannot change something you haven't noticed. The next time your mind is running like it's trying to win a marathon, try pausing, not resisting, not pushing your thoughts away, just noticing them. Say quietly to yourself, "I'm thinking again." And that's all right. That tiny moment of recognition creates space between you and the thought. You stop standing in the middle of the storm, and you begin to observe it from a safe distance. When the thoughts keep rushing, when the mind becomes busy, the breath becomes your anchor. Place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes if you want to, and inhale slowly. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Feel the warmth of your palm. Feel your body relaxing as your thoughts loosen their grip. The breath is powerful. It can bring you from chaos back into calm in just a few seconds. The mind may wander, but the breath brings it home. Writing is another gentle medicine for an overactive mind. Sometimes the mind isn't looking for solutions. It's just looking to be heard. When you put your thoughts on paper, you lift them out of your head and give them a place to rest. Words that felt heavy inside become lighter when you see them in front of you. You don't have to write perfectly. You don't even have to write in full sentences. Just let your thoughts spill onto the page. Let them breathe outside of you. There are also thoughts that repeat themselves over and over again. Thoughts tied to old memories, old emotions, old wounds that were never fully released. That's where a simple healing practice like Ho'oponopono becomes powerful. This gentle Hawaiian method uses 4 phrases that bring forgiveness, release, and emotional clarity. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You repeat them slowly, not to a person, not to a specific memory, but to the emotion itself. Each repetition softens something inside you. The mind loosens, the heart opens, and the heaviness begins to fade. As you age, you begin to understand something profound. You don't need to attend to every thought that enters your mind. You can retire from thoughts the same way you retire from a job that no longer serves you. You've worked long enough in the field of worry. You've carried enough emotional loads in your lifetime. Now it is time to rest in trust, to rest in clarity, to rest in the soft corner of peace that has always been waiting inside you. Here is something many seniors don't hear often enough. You do not lose yourself when you stop overthinking. You find yourself. Your mind isn't your enemy. It is tired. It has been working non-stop for decades, trying to protect you, trying to prepare you for life, trying to make sense of everything that has ever happened. Sometimes all it needs is rest. Just as your body needs sleep, your mind needs stillness. Take a deep breath right now, slow, gentle, and full, and say to yourself, I am retiring from thoughts that drain me. Say it with kindness. Say it with intention. Say it because you deserve peace. You will notice something magical when you repeat this truth. The silence around you will no longer feel empty. It will feel peaceful, warm, and comforting. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the presence of calm. One of the gifts of getting older is wisdom, and wisdom teaches us that life is too short to spend worrying about every little thing. You don't need to solve everything. You don't need to react to everything. You don't need to carry every emotional burden alone. You have earned the right to rest your mind, soften your heart, and enjoy the sweetness of quiet moments. If this message touches your heart, I gently invite you to join our Golden Years Wisdom family by subscribing. Here we talk about emotional healing, inner peace, letting go of old patterns, and finding joy at every age. Leave a comment below and tell me what thought, worry, or pattern you feel ready to retire from today. You might discover that simply saying it out loud is the first step toward healing. Life becomes softer when we stop believing every thought is urgent. Peace becomes easier when we choose calm over control. And aging becomes more beautiful when the mind finally learns to rest. You deserve that rest. You deserve that peace. And you deserve a life where the quiet feels like a friend. Let this be the beginning of your gentle mental retirement, the retirement that gives you your peace back.